105, it is an episode of betrayal.
Gotta go.
We know now that the National Guard is not what they say.
You're a teacher or something, right?
Yes, sir.
You said?
Still am, sir. English lit.
It's the first time our characters begin to realize that we're losing.
Wait.
Daniel has a past that nobody knows.
This is how we bring them home.
He's going to be required to do things. He's going to be required to go to a place that he hasn't wanted to go to.
I don't want you to hurt him.
Do you want your boy back?
I think Madison has the ability to make the really tough decisions quickly. They're survival moments.
So which is it? You don't want him hurt, or you don't want to know? And what basically he's telling her is that you can't have the crown of thorns and the 30 pieces of silver at the same time. And when he states which is it that you want, she doesn't respond, which is do what you need to do. And bring me in. And they give me a choice. Which man will I be?
This is a character whom we believed was a victim of abuse, of torture in his native El Salvador in the 80s. And we have a very big reversal over the course of this episode where we realize that he actually, rather than being a victim, was a perpetrator.
Ophelia has no idea about the things that her dad has done.
Wait.
When she sees what her father is capable of doing, then it's a shock for her and a collapse of all that she thought her father was.
And her father is a monster who she doesn't recognize. So she's literally alone in the world. And I think that moment, in a weird sense, is when she loses her childhood.
You want to talk about it? Hop on.
You gotta be kidding me.
Chris and Alicia don't really know each other. Chris doesn't like the family very much, and I think Alicia is very indifferent to even acknowledging that side of the family too, and suddenly they're forced together, and he's a little younger than she is. In the same way, they've got a lot in common because they are the two youngest and they have been sort of protected in their own way, but then they're dealing with this situation differently to adults.
They're processing all this stuff that's going on right now, and they really don't know how to reason it, especially at such a young age of 16, and you know, she's 17, 18 years old, so it's kind of hard to bottle all those emotions.
It's the first time they're able to just sort of have a little bit of pure fun, nothingness, like no thinking. But it also then, they can get out their anger and that frustration and their youth too, because they're gonna have to really grow up very quickly.
Nick has been taken to a quarantine area. To me, it looks like what I imagine Guantanamo Bay would look like.
101.1. Pull him.
The boy's not sick, Melvin.
Orders.
But there he meets a very interesting person.
He meets Strand.
Let me help the boy. I'll keep an eye on him.
He saved me because he wants me for something. I'm not quite sure what it is yet.
Strand is a great character. You know, you imagine that if there are a bunch of people that are detained, he's the guy who's working it.
The soldiers are leaving. I'm going to require a man with your talents when I make my move.
Everything has to fall into place for his plan to succeed. And ultimately, Nick becomes a very important part of this plan.
Bravis consistently has been the one character who's desperately trying to cling to his humanity. He's the one character who believes that there is always a way to repair something that is broken. He believes the corner will always be turned.
Doesn't matter how crazy things are, that we as human beings should be humane. He's holding on to these ideals and these ideas, which are good ideas and good ideals.
Did you know what he was gonna do? Tell me you didn't know.
They eventually find out that Cobalt is a code name for the evacuation of military troops from the safe zone. So we realize that we are being abandoned by the military.
Oh, 900 tomorrow.
Cobalt was the elimination of not just the infected, but any human being that was not a member of the Army.
And the big hit for the end of that episode is we're going to have to take care of ourselves now because the National Guard is about to leave. And when they leave, we won't have anybody bringing us food. We will not have anybody trying to get the electricity up and running. We're going to have to learn how to survive.
Fear the Walking Dead. New episodes, Sundays at 9, only on AMC. For more exclusive video, go to amc.com.